So we're talking about why some players struggle to jump from the Championship to Prem. I'm thinking it's probably like GCSE to A levels for them, right? Where you made that jump and you're like, wait, no one told me that. No one told me that's how I'm getting back to GCSE, right? So you have players like David Nugent, right? I remember even when he got the chance with England, it was because he was absolutely smashing in the Championship. Yeah. 20 goals comfortably every single season. Comes to the Prem, struggling to even get one. So I'll start with you, Jamie, because of West Ham coming up and everything.
I think they struggle, but then they don't. If they get given a chance, like Antonio, he wasn't given a chance in the first 10 games, and then he got put in the team, and then from there he like grinded, and look at him now. He's like our best player, hand and heart. Like everyone at West Ham loves him. So I think they struggle because they don't get a chance because all the investment in the Premier League. That managers would rather just go to abroad, spend the 50 mil, than rather give like Dwight Gale. Look at Dwight Gale. He scored 30 goals last year or something. Yeah. He can still score goals in the Premier League if given the chance. Yeah, but I don't feel like the managers, they get promoted and then they don't trust these players.
But then I get that. But then some players, is it in terms of the pitch? Yeah. Is it the space, or is it a style of play that changes when you get to the Premier?
The Premier League compared to the Championship, I've seen a difference. Obviously, being West Ham.
Was it style of play or?
I think the Championship's more rugged. And the Premier League's it's more tactical, isn't it? Yeah. It's more passing. Where the Championship is more hard graft, like GCSE compared to A-level. Like you're saying, there's a difference.
Yeah. I think also the coaching too. I think especially when teams come up, they don't tend to sort of coach and work on the tactics. It's more or less we've come up. We have to bring in 10, 15 new players to come in rather than working with the players you have. And I watch La Liga 2. Obviously there's this channel 3 Sport that's come on to Freeview, and obviously gives the La Liga 2 highlights. Yeah. And I look, and there's such a big difference. These guys are work technically, the style of play and everything. So when they come up, they're used to that. So it's all about working on a few tactics because the players already have that ability. Yeah. And I think sort of the players maybe at the lower leagues are not being coached properly. Yeah. So when they come up, they're finding it hard to adapt.
So unless you're sort of like an extreme talent. But then even
facilities as well boil down to it.
That's right, okay. So, but in terms of what though, a football club, what the hell do you need?
Because you can look at the training centres and
what do you need? You've got a pitch, you've got balls, you've got.
It's more the coaching, I think. Because even when you look at Germany, Leipzig, when they came up, look at what they did. Fantastic, finished second. Yeah. And obviously you're looking at that squad and they have the ability. You're looking at the players and thinking, wow, some of these guys are fantastic players. And I think, because obviously I've also played for the West Ham and Millwall Youth Club, youth team. It's been coached out of them from the lower leagues. Yeah. I guess with the bigger teams, what we found when we played them, they were much technically better than us because obviously they work with that. Right. With the lower teams, you find all the abilities sort of being coached out of them.
They want fitness, hard work,
and so that's why they sort of fit that system within the Championship lower league. Is that it's all about hard graft, putting a tackle, get stuck in,
team unity,
rather than let's work on the play, let's work on the silky stuff, let's work on the technical ability. And I guess some of them do struggle when they can't because they haven't had that education within those lower teams. And I guess, like you said, only really the top talents really come through.
But then you look at Mahrez and Vardy.
Yeah, right.
They come from the bottom and work their way up.
Yeah.
So
I think the Vardy situation, like I said, being given the opportunity and also playing a system
that suits him.
But I wouldn't say Vardy's the greatest footballer, but they played a system that suited him.
And even now, Leicester don't really play Premier League football. We're still that hard sort of graft mentality, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think that's where sometimes I see an issue with, right? Where teams come up, and I'll give West Ham as an example where the owners want to play nice football. Yeah. And if it's not effective, like don't get me wrong, scoring goals is nice. Right, and I've always said if West Ham focused on playing to their strengths, look at how Antonio plays, right? Like hard work or even the counter attack. That take advantage of your strengths. Then the players that came from the Championship will do the job for you. But if all of a sudden, say Vardy's been getting the ball over the top and now you want him to get it to feet, he won't perform the same way.
And I think you have a lot of clubs now trying to claim an identity. And
you
know, back in the day, you had all these things that were coming up. What they used to do was actually sign players that had this Premier League experience that could fit into the team and then just play that style that works with them and then try and keep them up. Like West Brom did that one time when they made that great escape sort of thing. But now you've got all these teams that come up and they say, I want to play this type of football. So someone like Huddersfield, see, I like them because I watched them last season.
They've been doing that.
And the style they played last season, same this season. They've always played. Exactly, they always played that passing football. And if you have that identity and you keep it, they've kept that identity. Other teams are trying to force it. and they don't know how to apply it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Crystal Palace. I
Yeah.
mean, they've been in the Premier League, what, 3-4 seasons now?
But they're still trying to find an
Exactly,
identity.
and they brought a manager that had the identity,
But then
and
got
the
rid
changes
of
were
it.
they were making the changes,
Yeah. Oh, and then
they were getting there, and
Yeah.
then they sacked him.
Yeah.
They brought in Roy Hodgson, you're back to square one.
But I even think, what do you think, man?
I agree with everything that they say.
Because I think, for example, with Palace, they had Allardyce working. It works.
Yeah.
His
Should've
method
kept it
works.
English.
Even I think with West Ham, he was ready to take that next step. Maybe not with style of play, but that's what I mean. You just have to accept that this is how it's going to be like. And when you try and change and play nice football, that's when they start having issues.
Yeah, like what they said. Personally, I just feel is that they don't get the chance. You could say it because of lack of quality, but the only team that I know that fully given Barlessa that gave their players a chance was Southampton.
Right.
And Southampton came through and they
Lambert,
played
Lallana.
ridiculous
Yeah,
football as like
Davis.
they
Still
left
producing now.
and they're still producing.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you get promoted, you get a load of money, and you think the next thing I'm gonna do is buy proper quality.
Players, yeah.
Well,
Supposedly
quality
Yeah.
to try and keep us up because they don't want to like suffer that payment. But the thing is that when you come up, and most times a lot of the successful clubs which stay in the Premiership now, they don't make wholesale changes. Probably about 1 or 2. Like maybe somebody who's identical to the player that you have, but you increase the quality. So let's say now West Ham now bought Chicharito.
Yeah.
That's an improvement on the kind of striker that they had. Who's it? Valencia or
Yeah,
who's it?
Sacco.
Sacco. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That nippy,
Yeah.
but when he's in the box, he can take that
Finishing,
chance. But I feel like a lot of Championship teams that come up now, they try and spend like,
Yeah.
like 15, 16 players
Yeah.
for
But
1 year
average-
deals.
on
On average,
players
it's
too,
just
which is
it's
the
not.
thing.
It's
But
not.
for me, it's like when they come up, it should be a testament of the manager's ability to show that I have a variety of tactics. I can adapt to different games, and I think it's just the easy way out saying I'm gonna, as I said, buy like between 5 or 7 average players, rather than actually maybe bring in 2 or 3, work with the core group you are, and obviously trying different things to see. Okay, we're gonna play these types of teams. We have to adapt in certain games and apply ourselves this way in
But
certain
then
games.
why do some players, they do get the chance, but they're known as Championship players? So if as a team you want to get promoted, as soon as you get into the Premier League, the top Championship clubs will buy them because they're like, he's going to get us up. So even when they do get a season in the Prem, they don't do anything. As soon as they get back down,
Like
bang,
Darth,
bang,
yeah.
bang,
Because
yes.
it's a bad stigma applied to them.
Do you reckon? I think it happens.
I mean,
think it's,
I see it
it
happen
shouldn't.
because, so if you have like Norwich, so you have someone like Cameron Jerome.
Yeah.
Norwich, when they hit form in the Championship, they tend to either finish first or second.
Yeah.
They don't really go through playoffs.
Yeah.
And you have someone like him scoring 25 goals.
Yeah.
But they're creating the chances. They're the better teams in that league.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then when they come up,
All of a sudden it changes.
the level is not
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
And they're facing higher quality.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to have a huge quality, but the quality is better than what you faced previously. And you compare that, I like someone like Burnley who's been up and down twice, and now they're stuck in the Premier League and they're certain there. And now you've got Daesh actually buying players in a proper way. Someone like Chris Woods, who he's been there for a
doing
short
alright,
amount of
isn't
time,
he?
but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
really scoring
scoring
goals
goals,
and
yeah.
getting involved in the game.
Yeah.
That's how you build that team. But you have these guys that come in and they come to the Championship and they come to the Premier League and they feel like these
made
guys
it.
can do the same thing.
All right,
It's not
okay.
going to be the same thing at
Yeah.
all. Like the level is high. If you produce the same numbers
Yeah.
or the same levels of performance, like Aaron Moy, who's at City on loan
yeah.
at Huddersfield,
Yeah.
now decided permanently,
Yeah.
then that's fine. That shows that you're at that quality. But if not, then you are going to struggle.
I think managers are to blame too, and I
Right.
think about a few years back when Steve Bruce was manager at Hull. We had someone like Hatton Ben Arfa when they took him from I think Newcastle.
Yeah.
And look how they didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even hardly played any games. Even when he played, didn't really suit the style of play Bruce, and obviously just froze him out. And then you see what happens when he went to Nice. And I think certain managers don't create an environment for certain players to prosper and sort of develop because they're so stuck in their ways, in the archaic ways of.
You got to think it comes from the chairman, from the fans. If your team's not performing well, you're going to get on the manager's back. So it's all about, it's a results business at the end of the day. So it's hard for a manager to give certain players time to adapt because he's not getting time from
exactly.
you, the fan, or the chairman. So it's like,
But then isn't it better to just then stick to what your team will serve your team best rather than signing that player who
But then
can
people
create something out of nothing.
people want to see
if you
those
know-
players. That's
Yeah,
why
they
they,
do.
that's why they're
They
coming
do,
to the Prem,
yeah,
so they
but
can
if you-
afford to buy those players and see them like game in and game out. I don't want my team to come up and I know I can get a Prem-like player, but you're not getting it.
But like he mentions Southampton. Like Nathan Redmond came from Norwich.
Yeah.
That was a championship team. Now they're signing players like Buffon, Gabbiadini from Napoli. Like these are
Building blocks.
the build years.
Rather than doing it all in one season.
It takes time. You're not
Yeah.
gonna go. Leicester was a one-off.
Yeah.
They finished what 16th, 15th,
Yeah.
and then won the league next season. Not every team's gonna come up like that, but you have to take your time. It's a process.
I think what Mecca said, even with Southampton, what you find is that it's testament to the coaching, to the great planning from
The
above,
youth, the academy,
the way they've
yeah.
invested in
Yeah.
them, the way that they've worked on it for over the years. Listen, a lot of the players who helped them come up stayed with them. Then you'll see them still producing people from their academy system, and as Michael mentioned, then you'll have the ability to sort of bring in better quality players from
They're
other
reaping
teams.
what they sow because even like players like Gareth Bale that came like Walcott, Ox, they was like Arsenal was still like they were still buying them while they were in Championship, which is a testament to their academy, and then like it was easy to replicate that success in the Premier League, and I think that's another reason why when the managers come. I've noticed that a lot of the Southampton managers seem to be successful.
Yeah.
They stay there for like a season,
And then
they're off to like maybe an Everton or
Coleman now.
Coleman, and who's the one before him? Pochettino. So it's a good testament to how.
Well, as bad as that, he still got them to a League Cup final.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright guys, thank you. That'll be that for this one. Guys, some players struggle to make the jump from the Championship to the Premier League. Some players find it like the GCSE A-level jump. Again, let us know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.